Welcome to the show.
Guys, we're doing the Mile High, emphasis on a high, Kickball Open preview right now. And we are stoked to find out who's in my pool.
Selfish as always looking out for number one. This is going to be the best tournament of the year. I mean, what do we got? We got Legal Weed. We've got Superman Joe and Dice's party on Friday. We've got crazy weather. We've got really, really high altitude, so all of us sea-level people are going to go up there and be all happy about it, and then pass out sucking wind like fish that just got knocked out of an aquarium. And it's going to be awesome.
Hopefully
and
we won't see any tornadoes.
Best food on the circuit. Best food on the circuit. Last year, my best meal was in Denver, and I'm looking forward to doing it again several times.
What was that?
I'm not going to tell you guys what it is or where it was, because you guys, it's not enough just to dominate and embarrass me on the field. You guys will kick my ass on the field, and then you'll go to this place, and you're going to eat up all of the food that I want to eat, and then I won't get any buffalo, okay? Look, I know you guys are just trying to, like, constantly shatter me down like you're the man, and I'm the not man, okay? So stay the hell away from my buffalo at the Appaloosa Grill.
All right. Well, Patty, thank you for joining us. Adrock, good to see you as well.
Good to be here.
Today, we're actually filming this Sunday afternoon, July 27th. We're going to talk about the 21 teams going to the Mile High Kickball Open. This is the second year we're hosting this event in Denver, actually just a little south of Denver. First off, props out to Go Kickball of Denver for supporting this event, for providing a majority of the refs, so we should have a very good reffing crew to come out there, so thrilled to have them there. The fields are in the same spot as last year, hopefully without the crazy storms / tornadoes we had last year.
Hopefully with the weather. That was just one of the best parts of the day.
Yeah, the hour and a half delay, everyone's sitting in their cars, the tornado.
I say we play through it. Let's play through it this year.
Yeah, no, that's not part of our weather policy, but regardless. Special thanks as always to our sponsors, Fireball Whiskey, Pear, Savage, Marriott, Uber. If you don't have a rental car and you don't want to get one through the Advantage Rental Car Program sponsorship we have, definitely use Uber in Denver. It's cheap, it's awesome, it's a great way to get a car. And then obviously Reliable Paper, Traveler, our conference sponsors, and a shot to remember, if you hadn't gotten one of these, if you're going to Denver and you win, you're going to get this is the DC one if you can see it. I got a glare, but it says Washington, D.C. champions. Every player who wins gets one of these. Good times.
I don't like shots.
You do if they're Fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone does.
Hey. So, guys, we've got 21 teams, only 2 open teams. We've got teams from Florida, Oregon, Texas, Nevada, New York. Brew Crew Cartel out of California, Arizona. You got Sofa King out of California, Ride out of California. The Eskimo family, an availables team ranked at number 6. You've got Beta from Georgia. You got Crooked Roosters from Arizona, California. Ice Cream Sandwiches from Colorado. KVLFK from Kansas. Good to see them. We've also got Sexy Mama coming out from Florida. Thunder Buddies from California. Pitches Be Crazy, which we considered a Nevada availables team just because of their roster. Smoke and Bunts from Texas. Those guys from Texas. Pretextual Kickball Trip, a Texas availables team. The H.H. Dukes, a provisional team because their roster is decent enough, and it's somewhat of the same team that won the Kickball for the Kids Open this year in New Mexico. And then the Bad News Bears out of Arizona. Guys, there's only one team from Colorado coming to this event. Surprise?
Well, I'm actually thrilled to see the field be this big this year. Last year, I think it was similar. There were only 1 or 2 teams from Colorado, and there weren't that many traveling teams. I think last year, what were we at, 15, 16 teams? It was a small tournament. I had concerns that the Denver tournament wouldn't be coming back. Now, even though we've only got 1 Colorado team, which I agree, there should be more Colorado teams playing in this tournament. There's a lot of kickball up there. But even though we only have 1, I'm so happy to see so many teams from the rest of the country come into play here, because it's a good tournament, it's a good trip, it's a good city. I'm glad the tournament didn't get canceled. I thought this one was going to get axed after last year just because it was so small.
I mean, regardless of the size, we had a big focus last year to put as many tournaments as we thought the kickballers would demand it. It is, obviously a destination. We had 18 teams last year, which for an opening event, 18 is a phenomenal start. Just looking at Music City next weekend or the weekend after this event in Nashville, we ended up with 16 teams because a lot of teams just couldn't meet the deadline of registering. And once we hit that deadline, things start moving. Shirts are purchased, shot glasses are purchased, banners are made, fields are painted, schedules are made. There's a reason for those deadlines being in place, and registration's open for 90+ days. But last year, the rain is what got us the most. And actually, it wasn't even just the rain. In the morning, we had an hour delay because of sprinklers.
That's right. That's right.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah. Now, but one thing that's really notable about all that is, we had the hour sprinkler delay, and then we had the rain delay. But with Brick and was Thad in charge of that one? No,
he was.
Yeah, with Thad running the tournament and then Brick helping out, they did a really good job adapting to everything so that we still got the full tournament in. And I don't think anybody walked away from it feeling like they were ripped off out of anything. Still had full tournament and all sorts of good stuff.
Agreed. And at the same time, this year you've got 21 teams, so we're thrilled. We do have fields, and we do have fields with lights. Really hope we don't have to use the softball fields and have to transition people over off to. They were there last year, just off to the side.
Yeah.
There was a softball tournament going on last year, but we've been told by the event manager. Event manager is someone who runs the event on behalf of Kickball 365, someone who knows the area or has enough resources to get out there and work it. Has guaranteed us enough fields with lights as well. So we're going to start on time. We're going to go. The schedule will be released on Wednesday this week. So today we'll do the pool drawing, and then we'll see the schedule on Wednesday. And then everyone should report by 8 a.m. on Saturday, so you can check in. And then also captains. Remember, it's mandatory to go to that captains meeting that's held at 8:30 in the morning. If you don't make that, you actually could get a card nowadays. So we want everyone to be there to hear the message of safety, security, the logistics of the day. You just got to be there. We'll try to be as quick as we can so you can get back to your teams, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now, the real question in regards to the logistics of the event at the field specifically is, will there be more than one working bathroom this year?
We hope there's more than one working bathroom.
Good. Thank goodness.
I can't promise anything. We've talked to the county and asked them repeatedly. We've also talked to a lot of food trucks. Right now we have one food truck available. So if you're watching this, we are working to find another food truck. A lot of food trucks just don't go out that part of the way. They'd rather work in Denver and make sales. But you might want to bring a lunch, so just be wary that there might only be one food truck, and there's not a lot around that area. So just be aware, be cautious, and we'll see what we can get. We're working hard to get that resolved, but we wanted everyone to be aware. So, guys, we've got 21 teams.
Yes.
I got my thing in front of me right here. If you're watching this at home, if you go to bit.ly, actually, I'll just add it to my bottom, as my keyboard is now covered with paper things. Now on my bottom. You can also see this live and in action. Let's start with the open bin draw. Patty, you do have an iPad and you do have a spinning wheel. Does it work, or shall we?
Let's have a look at it. Okay, so it's not even an iPad. I mean, true to form with me, I couldn't even go for the real iPad. I had to go for the. Hang on. I had to go for the iPad Mini, the small one. Everything about me is tiny. Do you have two options for us? Because we have CA United from California, and we have DKBC out of Colorado. Oh, sorry, we have two Colorado teams. My apologies. Okay, yeah, hey, we got a second Colorado team this year. Yeah, Matt, we don't want to use. Look, this is awful. I mean, it's slow. All right, let's just draw it out of a hat this year.
Before we get started,
just go around.
Before we get started, there's the band. Make sure you grab one of these things before the games get started. You don't need to wear it, not at this event, but you do need to check in to get it because it is your ticket to your after party on Saturday night. So
very good.
Don't forget. All right. Adrock, Patty, we do this every time. You've got two teams. Who's going to be the first opener?
You draw one. We're not going to do the whole guess which team you pick this time. That's horrible TV. People don't want to check in to watch us guess what's going to wind up in your hand.
I know it's California United.
California United was picked. So Thank you for picking.
Oh, God, this is awful. This is tedious. I'm going to read a magazine if we keep up this ad rock guessing what's coming out of the cup.
All right, guys, so here we go. Now that we've got that settled, bin 4 will include CA United, and I'll walk through the bin so everybody knows what the heck we're talking about. So just like with every event, we have taken 4 pools. We have 3 pools of 5 and 1 pool of 6. Because DKBC was the last pick in the open pool, we put them in Pool D with Sofa King. And then the top seeds for this event are Cobra Kai, Relax and Lock It Up, Brew Crew Cartel, and Sofa King. And so Pool A is Cobra Kai, B is Relax and Lock It Up, C is Brew Crew Cartel, and D is Sofa King. So that's what we've got for you.
Love it.
All right, guys, so we're going to walk through bin 1. You've got it in front of you. I turn it over to Patty. You've got, these are the 5, 6, 7, and 8 teams. You've got Riot, Beta, Crooked Roosters, and the Eskimo family. Where do you want to start, and what do you think is going to happen?
Well, Eskimo family is on paper the strongest of the squads coming out of there because that is the usual Brick Availables team. So whoever gets Eskimo family in their pool is going to be unhappy.
Crooked Roosters is the first pick. Keep going.
Okay, Crooked Roosters and Cobra Kai, excellent. Crooked Roosers, the thing says. Somebody needs to learn how to type.
No.
That's almost a racist slur, but there we go. Okay. Riot coming in strong. We'll see how they do without Brick in a tournament.
Riot and Ad
Hey,
Rock.
look at that. See, yeah, okay. What, Jedi?
I want another shot at Don.
I want another shot of Fireball. God,
Oh.
it's not even 10. This is ridiculous.
Are you really? Oh, my God. Okay. The Eskimo family.
So for
Up against Brew Cartel. That'll be fun.
that will be something.
Hey, Adrock, you were looking at rosters earlier. What do you think about the Eskimo family?
I gotta tell you, these guys are loaded. I was just looking at the squad, and the only question I have is who's pitching, but everything else is taken care of on that roster. They're gonna be tough out. I'd say they're favorites.
The question is, with the rest of the people on that roster, does it matter who pitches?
I think so. Oh, of course.
Yeah, man, pitching matters now. You can't just tee
I'm
off.
trying to be rhetorical, you fucks. Jesus.
And then Beta gets put in Pool D with Sofa King. Yeah, I think, Adrock, to your point, I mean, looking at the Eskimo family, they've got some solid players. I think Graham, who's a Flying D player, might be one of their pitchers. Nick Mott, I think he's a Tennessee guy playing with Flying V now. I don't know his position. I don't have it in front of me. If anyone's watching, remember we do have a Q&A. You could please post a question.
Or an A.
Bentoro Abdun Hulam. He says, hello. We appreciate you watching the show. So, yeah, I agree with you, Adrock. I don't see pitchers on this list at all.
Yeah.
Actually, and I know one player is missing on this list because he hasn't put forth his payment, but we'll get that taken care of today.
I mean, the real question with the Eskimo family and their roster is, they don't have Timmy McNugget, which Brick frequently will carry on a squad, and they've replaced him with Zach. Is that going to be a lucky penny or an unlucky penny for them? I might make the prediction that, the Eskimo family is going to get out of pool play, probably in either the round of 8 or the round of 4. Zach takes off all of his clothes, starts pushing the shopping cart around, and it completely destroys the chi of the Eskimo family, so they're not even going to make the finals.
Actually, Tim is on the team, but right now his role is to support our event manager, so that's why he's not listed at the moment.
So did Tim and Zach cancel each other out?
I don't know. Tim's a solid kicker. Bunter if you need him.
I'm not talking about on-field gameplay. I'm talking about off-field shenanigans.
Zach is hard to be topped.
Yeah, he really is.
The thing with Zach is he'll last all night, and Tim sometimes starts falling asleep at the bar before midnight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, let's get started with bin 2. Adrock, you've got the Gargoyles, Ice Cream Sandwiches, KVLFK, and Sexy Mama.
I do not want the Gargoyles to be in Pool B or C. Regional protectionism, give it to me random draw, please.
KVLFK is going to be a tough.
Solid.
I don't want them in our pool, I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay. All right, are we ready?
Yes. Pool A.
KVLFK.
God damn it.
They're with Cobra Kai?
Yes.
Nice.
All right, Pool B gets
Gargoyles. Yeah!
Oh, thank God. Okay, we can play Riot again. I'm okay playing Riot. Look, I don't care if we play Relax Riot. That's fine, just so long as we're not up against Sofa or Brew Crew in pool play again.
This is good, Patty.
Next,
Let's settle it.
Next is ice cream sandwiches. Ooh.
Ice cream sandwiches. Why do they spell it sandwiches? Why didn't they spell it sandwiches? SAMMICHES. That's the only proper way to spell sandwich.
They just didn't want to do it that way.
Assholes.
They're bringing a good squad, I think.
And Sexy Mama gets
Sofa.
Pool D.
Sofa and Beta.
All right.
Oh my God! Yeah, Pool D is like the You've got Sofa, you've got Beta, you've got Sexy Mama. Which means there is no A in bin 3, so we won't be able to do that. Oh, but it's all right. Sorry, I was trying to do something and I screwed it up. So sorry.
All right, Patty. Next up in bin 3, I've got Thunder Buddies, Pitches Be Crazy, Smoke and Bunts, and those guys.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm going to go with Smoke and Buns.
Which is the pool of death right now?
Definitely C.
B. Oh, really? C?
I think so.
Yeah.
With
Well,
S- I know what team. Well, hold on. My first pick is those guys out of Texas.
Okay. Good. At least I don't have to play those guys again. They played us tough in Austin.
Nice pun.
Number 2, Thunder Buddies out of California.
Oh God.
Everybody's?
Thunder
Okay.
Buddies.
Okay.
You play them a lot, don't you?
Yes and no. We've only played them a couple of times. Yeah. We'll have the discussion offline.
Smoke and Bunts out of Texas, and then that obviously leaves Pitches Be Crazy out of Nevada. There it is.
All right.
Thoughts so far?
Thoughts? I'm gonna lean Pool A, Pool of Death. I mean, yeah, Pool C does have Brew Crew and the Eskimo family, but Pool A, top to bottom, looks like it has a tougher collection of squads.
All right. So last but not least, we have Pretextual Kickball Trip.
Now here, yep.
HH Dukes kickball, kicking for the kids. Kickball for the Kids Tournament Open champion this year in New Mexico. Surprised everybody, including yourself, Patty.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Bad News Bears
And California.
and EA United.
Now here's how you make Pool A the Pool of Death. Draw the HH Dukes on your first draw for Pool A.
All right, where did my CA United thing go? Whatever. CA United, let's see. Oh, I can't do it without them in there. Hold on.
Yeah. Just put a blank piece in there and you know that that's CA United. Ugh.
That's what I'm doing. CAU. CAU. Drop it in the hat. Or in the trophy. All right, people. Let's finish this puppy out. Ready?
HH Dukes.
First one is CAU.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That makes it a little bit less deathy.
Put that guy in there. All right, so CA United out of CA. Next up. What do we got?
Texas team.
Pretextual Kickball Trip.
Okay.
What are they?
PKT.
I like that name.
Where are they out of in Texas?
Hold on. I'll tell you. Maybe. Pretextual Kickball Trip. They got 10 males, 4 females. Their captain's name is Michael. We have seen him before. And I take that back. We have not. And he is from Dallas, Texas.
All right.
Good to see some Dallas kickball on here. All right, so that was Pretextual Kickball Trip in Pool B, leaving us with the HH Dukes and Bad News Bears. Next up, Bad News Bears.
All right.
Okay.
And then out of Arizona, leaving us with the HH
Dukes out of New Mexico.
out of New Mexico. So, folks.
And then DB or DKBC, the Colorado Open team, that goes then into Pool D, correct?
Because they were not picked in the open draw, they get dropped down there.
All right.
How's that? All right, guys. So let me polish this thing up. So there are your pools for this year's 2014 Mile High Kickball Open. You've got Pool A, Cobra Kai, Crooked Roosters, KBLFK, those guys, and CA United out of California. Thoughts?
That's a tough pool, man.
Yeah. I think California United is going to have a rough day there, just because. I mean, between those guys, KVLFK, Crooked Roosters, Cobra Kai, I mean, these are all strong teams. Remind me, how did KVLFK do in Kansas? Did they put up a good showing there?
Let me move
We're
on.
talking about Kansas City?
Yeah.
We beat them in the quarterfinals.
Okay.
They're good,
Yeah.
though. They beat us 11-2 in pool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we weren't expecting it.
You guys got caught sleeping.
We
We didn't know who they were, and then we're like, oh, wow, they're really good. And so we were kind of motivated. We only beat them 1-0 in the Lynn game.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's something to point out. KVLFK, when they went to Kansas City in the country, they were ranked 34th. Coming into this event, they're now 26th. They've definitely moved up. In Kansas City, they're the 6th seed. At this event, they're the 11th seed. Just like Adrock's saying, I would definitely not take them lightly. They went 3-1. They scored 37 runs and allowed 5.
Okay.
Not a bad showing in Kansas City. And then when they went to the Elims, they had relaxed first and lost 2-0. But, yeah, solid team. Everyone thought that relaxed through the game in pool play, but they just caught you guys sleeping.
Nah, they're good. Their catcher, who's also their leadoff, I think I mentioned this on the boards, is the fastest person I've ever seen in kickball.
Wow.
He put down bad bunts and beat them out.
Really? That's okay. That's impressive.
Their only weakness is probably pitcher.
Yeah.
He throws a little slow, but their defense, held it down. They got some good players, and the offense can kick. They can kick, those guys.
Good to know.
Yeah. So between those guys, KVLFK, and then also those guys out of Texas made a decent showing. Got into the got out of pool play in Austin. Crooked Roosters, Cobra Kai, whom we really haven't seen much of Cobra Kai on this side of the country this year. But I'll be curious to see how they show up to this tournament. Well, they won it last year. They're solid squad. So that's Pool A is a tough pool.
Yeah, and actually that's a good point. A lot of folks were looking at the roster going, who the heck are these guys on Cobra Kai? Cobra Kai has, a split team. They've got a lot of folks from Oregon, a lot of folks from the Jacksonville area, and this is one of those teams where they finally have decided to split the team. A lot of the folks from out west needed to qualify to go to the Cup. This was the one event they could make it to, and unfortunately I think most of the Jacksonville guys, including the captain, couldn't attend. So they come in ranked at number 1, but it's not the same makeup we've seen all year.
Yeah.
Hopefully they perform up to, that number 1 seed, but it'll be interesting.
Which they very well could, because if we remember San Francisco tournament of a couple of years ago, Cobra Kai came down with a very heavy West Coast Oregon side, bias on the squad, and they won the San Francisco tournament. So I mean, they're one of those teams that, like, regardless of which coast their roster is from in any given tournament, they're going to be a tough squad.
They will.
Yeah.
All right, moving over to Pool B. Relax, Riot, the Gargoyles, Thunder Buddies, and Pretextual Kickball Trip. The question I think everyone wants to know, are you guys going to make a bet?
Let's make a bet.
I'd be fine making a bet. I'm still I'm looking forward to our rematch. The last time Gargoyles and Riot faced off, it was in pool play of Circuit Cup last year. And they ended up winning. I think you guys beat us by 1 or 2 runs. But the one thing that's never discussed is that game was it came down to the wire. It was a nail-biter. Gargoyles were actually up until I want to say the top of the 5th. Our defense got a little shitty. They put a couple of runs on us to get ahead of us, and then we weren't able to answer back, even though we started off the bottom of the inning very well for the point of putting up the 1 run to tie or the 2 runs to score. So, you know what? I'll make a friendly bet with you, Adam, but I'm just more curious to see, do we get another very evenly matched game that we saw in New Orleans last year, or is one of us going to blow the other one out and embarrass the living shit out of them? I mean, yeah, I just academically, I can't wait to see the game. But I would be willing to entertain a bet if, you know, I'll even let this is going to be the worst idea of the fucking day. Adrock, I will let you dictate the terms and penalties of the bet.
Let me get back to you by the end of the episode.
Copy that.
All right. But other than the two of you battling it out, pool of death? No? Tough pool.
That is a tough pool.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call it the pool of death, but I would call it the pool of extreme injury, like that time you banged your elbow up against the wall and it stung for 30 minutes. The notable thing is, I mean, a lot of these squads are, well, they kind of have each other's number. I mean, Gargoyles and Thunder Buddies have faced off and a couple of times, and it was never a difference of more than a run. Gargoyles and Riot faced off a couple of times. Again, not difference of nothing more than a run. Gargoyles, relax, 1-run game. Adrock, what's your story against Riot and Thunder Buddies? I mean, are they tight games, or do they tend to be kind of one-sided?
We smoked Thunder Buddies in San Diego, but then they ended up playing pretty well at another tournament that year. I don't know if the roster turned over.
You caught them before they got serious. You caught them back when they were still drinking.
Yeah, we mercy ruled them, I'm pretty sure. And Riot, I don't know if I've ever played. I've played Don a few times. He's a solid pitcher. And I wasn't in New Orleans to play you guys, so I've actually never seen you either.
Okay. But, yeah, I don't know that this is necessarily a pool of death, but it looks like it has the potential to be a fairly evenly matched pool with a lot of tight games. Close scores. And then I could not tell you a single thing about pretextual kickball trips, so they're either going to come in and surprise all of us by slaughtering us all, or they're going to shuffle off to Buffalo at the end of pool play.
Yeah, they've got a solid squad. They've got a full team. They only have 4 females, so hopefully no one gets hurt. But it should be a solid team to, hopefully they do well. If not, they gain experience. They catch the bug and they come back to San Antonio.
Speaking of pool of death,
Pool C.
Pool C is looking real tough.
So we got Brew Crew, Eskimo Family, Ice Cream Sandwiches, Smoking Bunts, and Bad News Bears.
Well, I'll give you my 2 cents. I've already said Eskimo Family is one of the best teams here. Brew Crew, always in the conversation of a team that'll make some noise at a tournament. Ice Cream Sandwiches, the hometown ringer team. These guys are obviously looking to defend their home turf. Smoking Bunts, like you said, made it out of pool in Austin. And Bad News Bears, I don't really know much about them, but I think they're the odd man out in this group.
Ice Cream Sandwiches, we say Colorado, but let's be clear, they do have some folks that are from Kansas City. There's a couple Guapo people on the team.
Ooh.
Nick McMullen, one of the captains of El Guapo's on this team. So not everyone is local, but there are a lot of folks, Joe Robinson, Dave, and a few other names I recognize.
They're very wine mixery, yeah?
Yeah. I think this is kind of a split off from folks that left one team and went to another. But
yeah. And a point of clarification, Adam, I believe Smoking Bunts, I don't believe, made it out of pool play in Austin. Those guys did.
Yeah, Smoking Bunts went 1-3, I'm pretty sure.
I thought admin said they made it out of pool.
No. Smoking Bunts did not. Smoking Bunts, yeah, one. Hello, computer. 1-3, scored 11, allowed 11. Was the 10th team in the pool. So they had a run differential of 0 against a pretty tough pool. They had, come on, computer, Walk of Shame, OKC, KVLFK, and Relax.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's just kidding. They had Grass Clowns, Super Dudes, Most Wanted, St. Louis Most Wanted, and the Catalina Wine Mixers.
All right.
So, I mean, that's a tough pool, but yeah.
I'll be curious to see what Bad News Bears does at this tournament. I mean, they're typically only in the Arizona tournament. Looks like the first time they've been traveling in some time. They always seem like they're right there. So I'd be curious to see if they can make a little bit of noise. But it could be tricky considering, as you pointed out, Adam, this is going to be kind of a tough pool. What with the Brew Crew and Eskimo family and the ice cream wine mixers, the ice cream guapo wine mixer. What, jeez.
Yeah, it's a mix.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a mess.
I think Bad News Bears, the last event that I remember them going to was Arizona this year.
Yeah.
Stuck with you guys, Bombays, Running Rebels, Stripe Force. They went 1-3, also run differential of 0 for the day. Did not advance out. Yeah, did not advance out. So
Yeah.
I don't think this pool C is the pool of death.
But it's tricky.
But it's definitely tricky. I mean, you got 3 top teams battling out of the availables / mix up with Ice Cream and Eskimo. Eskimo wins. Brew Crew, they need to bring their A game. I have not looked at the Brew Crew roster. They don't have.
Brew Crew roster is fine this tournament.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
I looked at it.
I'm just upset that Brew Crew and Relax aren't playing each other in pool play because with the amount of shit they're flinging back and forth at each other on the boards, just get a room already, okay? Yeah.
Dude, British is talking some smack, and we might have to silence them in Denver.
Okay. This completely random tangent that means nothing. Fix your computer, Matt. About a month ago, British and his family came to SoCal to go to Disneyland, so of course I had to go down and join them. Or as loudmouth, obnoxious, arrogant ass that British is, he's a really cool fucking guy to hang out with, man. I mean, I left that day being pissed because I'm like, I enjoyed hating British so much. And then you go hang out with him a day at a Disneyland with his family, like, he has his fiance and his kid and his parents and his sister and his cousin. It's like, dude, it was a lot of fun, and he's a really cool guy, and it pisses me off because now I don't get to hate him anymore. I need somebody new to hate on the circuit.
I like him. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You don't need hate on the circuit. Come on now.
I need a villain. Give me a villain, Matt.
Joey!
I love Joey. He's big and scary and mean, and I just want to grab him and cuddle him. I want to cuddle him until he's uncomfortable.
Let's focus on Pool D. We've got Sophie,
All right, Pool D.
Beta, Sexy Mama, Pitches Be Crazy, the HH Dukes, and DKBC, the local team, which we forgot in the beginning of the show, but a team that has they know how to play the game. They've been playing for a really long time. Maybe not our rules, but that doesn't mean they can't kick. So thoughts on Pool D? Remember, because it's a pool of 6 teams, 1 doesn't play 6, 2 doesn't play 5, 3 doesn't play 4.
This one also has a little bit of potential of pool of extreme irritation. I mean, the fact that Beta doesn't have to play the Dukes is Beta got away with something there. Because, my understanding is the HH Dukes, they won, yes, the small tournament that was Albuquerque, but everybody that came back from that tournament said, yeah, they didn't just win it because it was a small tournament. The word is they were solid. They were, a decent team. Pitches Be Crazy historically have always had the potential to be kind of strong, although we don't know what the roster is going to be this year. I know one of their cores in years past has been Taylor, but he's, I think, with Riot this tourney. But I mean, Pitches Be Crazy. They've done well in tournaments that they've showed up to in the past. Beta's there. I couldn't tell you much about Sexy Mama, so I'll defer to you guys to talk about the Florida team.
I actually had a chance to play them in Austin in our pool, and I thought they were really good. We barely beat them, and I think they made it out of pool. Admin, you can correct me, but they made some noise. And if you look at the run differential, their defense is stout. I think we only scored 2 runs, if anything, on them.
Wow.
They'll be solid. They have some good players. Also, obviously, Sofa, Beta, we know about them. This is actually a kind of a creepy pool of death, I think. Not pool of death, but pool of hardship.
Yeah, this is a pool of like, severe flesh wound that you may or may not recover from.
Yeah.
Like, a pool of gunshot wound that like is just next to the heart, and if they're able to get the bullet out in time, you'll be okay. But if they don't, the bullet's going to snap and go into your heart and kill you.
Yeah.
I think one of the questions I want to see answered coming out of this pool is, one, Sofa Kings, we had talked about this pre-recording, no captain, so Tyler's the captain for this event, I assume, or...
Yeah, and to say Tyler is no captain is a little bit disingenuous. I mean, the guy's solid and he knows the game.
He knows the game and he'll be able to operate his team. I still want to know why they're not coming to the Circuit Cup, but that's another story.
Yes, it is. Someday they will take their points, I'm sure.
They can't. They missed it. They've missed 3 events. Hopefully they claim some of the points they earn at this event, or they're going to be. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see their seeding. It'll be odd.
Well, they'll have this one in Best of the West.
Yeah, they'll claim both of those. And remember, it's not like the best 2 or average. It's all your points throughout the year.
Right.
So questions I want to see. Sofa without Max. I think Sofa will be fine, and their roster looks solid. Beta traveling all that way to Colorado. They're a young team. They know the game. They've gotten a lot better. Can they control their cool with a solid ref crew? Sexy Mama, great guys, a lot of fun. They also know the game. They can surprise a couple people. The Dukes, big question. I want to see which Duke shows up. Is this the Dukes that we saw years past at the Albuquerque event when it was like one half of the really good players of Albuquerque playing?
Right.
And barely getting into the elims, or is this going to be the Dukes that we saw down at 2014 Albuquerque event, where they basically took the best in Albuquerque and those who weren't going to a wedding, combined and played and made a solid performance, kind of shocked everybody, including those on Gargyle, Sofa, etc. So, and then DKBC, I love the fact that our local team playing. I hope they have fun. I hope they go out to the meet and greet on Friday and go out hard on Saturday night at the after party. But those are the questions I have for Pool D.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. Remember, games start at 9 a.m. Local time. We will try to stream a couple of the games. If you're looking for scores, scoreboard365.com. If you want to watch some of the stuff when we do air the live shows. The fields are kind of out in the middle of nowhere next to the Denver Broncos training facility. So hopefully everything works properly. We can get a signal and stream some of the stuff. If not, we apologize. We don't control the cell towers. Guys, you've got 21 teams. You've got your pools. Remember the top 16 advance.
Ooh, nice.
The elimination tiebreaker is going to be 2 innings of overtime and then accuracy kick. No questions asked because the final game might play out if we have the lights, if they're all confirmed. But what do you think? Give me your final 4, Adrock.
All right, I'm going with KVLFK, Relax, Eskimo Family, and I'm going to say Sofa.
All right. Patty, what do you got?
You know what? I'm not going to play the game of like picking the final 4 and then who goes into the champion and wins on it. I'm going to make a global tournament prediction. 11th hour, last minute, Friday evening, somehow or another, the Mile High ladies that dominated the ladies tournament in D.C. convinced Kickball 365 to let them play as an all-female team in a co-ed tournament, and they roll through and kick the living shit out of everybody. That is how MHKO 2014 is going to end.
Okay.
Meth kills people.
Are you smoking right now? Are you high?
No, but Fireball, it makes you nice and warm.
All right, my final 4 with that prediction. I do think Sofa will go. I do think Brew Crew. I do think Relax. And I do think the Eskimo Family will be in our final 4. Cobra Kai, I've got out. Question for the guys around the table. Are there any teams not in the top 6? Or sorry, I'll just put it this way. Any teams past the top 10, so starting with ice cream sandwiches down, that could make the Elite 8?
Well, KVLFK could make the Elite 8. They're number
Sexy
11.
Mama.
You think Sexy Mama can make the Elite 8?
I think Sexy Mama could do it. They just have to put together one good game there in the round of 16.
What about those guys? Or
those guys could make it. The Dukes could make it. Yeah, I mean, there's 4 or 5 teams below the top 10 that could make the Elite 8.
Below the top 10, buddy, any chance below the top 10 can make Final Four.
Well, my prediction, KVLFK, was in my Final Four. They're 11.
True.
Yeah, see, there's that.
Any chance?
Sorry, I didn't mention that. Yeah, the usual question: can they make it to the Final Four, and will they make it to the Final Four? Yeah, I think all of the ones that we just listed off could. I think probably KVLFK, slightly less possibility. Those guys, but both of those squads, I think, have a shot at making the Final Four.
All right. Well, I think this is going to be a phenomenal event. Any final thoughts?
I'm just fired up to get out there, man. I'm going for 4 days. I'm checking out Colorado, and then I'm winning a tournament.
Or are you going to be doing any river rafting, or are you just going to be doing the smoking?
No, I don't smoke, so I'm not doing any of that. I'm going to be going to Estes Park, I think, going for a hike around.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Yeah,
one of these years I'm going to have to spend more time at the Denver tournament because I absolutely love that place and I love the city, and the in for 2.5 days to play a tournament, it's not enough. There's too many other cool things to do there.
Yeah, there definitely is. And if you're getting in town for the meet and greet, that's Friday night at Jackson's, which is literally right across the street from Coors Field. Starting at 5 o'clock, $3 Coors Light, $4 Fireball, $4 Red Bull Vodka, $4 Big Gingers, which is Irish whiskey and ginger ale.
Okay.
And after 9 o'clock, if you're ready to do this, Ad Rock, all you can drink for $15.
Is this Friday night?
At 7 o'clock is when the kickballers are going to be allowed on the rooftop. So get there early, get your drinks going, and then toast off with a couple of waters. If you want to do fireball shots, you can, starting at 7 on the roof. Should be a phenomenal view. Hopefully the weather stays great for us. And then Saturday night, the after party is at Blake Street Tavern, a phenomenal venue. Some of us went to it last year as an after party. But $4 Fireball, $10 pitchers, $3 Michelob Ultralights, and if you're really hungry, they have a $15 prime rib dinner for 2. You get 2 sides and a salad, so 2 of you.
Yes, go eat the prime rib dinner. Eat the steak. Leave the buffalo for me, God damn it.
I love it.
So, well, guys, I appreciate you joining us, and anybody watching at home, we appreciate you watching the show. Pools are set again. Link below, scoreboard365.com. If you want to track scores, you can go there, or the unique URL that you see below my name. Guys, have a wonderful weekend. Good luck in Denver. I will not be with you, but you'll see the rest of the staff there, and looking forward to the videos that come out.
All right.
All right, man.